Are you ready to start this amazing journey with me? Come on, let's go. Hey guys, good morning. Well, it's morning here. So I am very excited for today's lesson, especially because so many people struggle with this. Most everybody is always just like, oh, what the heck is a wedding theme? I have no idea what you are even talking about. So I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to describe all the steps for you to be able to figure it out so we can make it easier for everybody to know exactly what your vision is and have a very clear picture of exactly what you want. Now, as stated right here, a wedding theme is an overall vision of what you want your event to look like. That's pretty basic, right? Yeah. So whether you are picturing yourself in a horse-drawn carriage or a fancy limousine, it is all related to your overall vision of your wedding theme in your big day. So let's go ahead and jump into all of the different steps. But first, I do want to note right here, though none of this is unchangeable, it will help you determine your budget and decipher what is truly more important to you for your big day. Okay? So let's jump right in. Okay, number one, this is probably pretty obvious, but I'm going to throw it out there anyways, just to make sure you know it is so important. The wedding venue is always number one. So it's so important because it'll really show you whether you want your wedding outside or if you want it indoors, if you want it in a barn or on the beach. I mean, this is going to be huge in determining your wedding theme because most of it is all based around what the venue looks like and what we have to work with. So determining your venue style is a must. Now, whenever you are deciding this, you don't have to exactly know what venue specifically you chose, but to just know your venue style, whether it's the beach or whether it's a barn. You just have to kind of understand what it is that your venue will look like. You don't have to know your exact venue, but you want to know the overall vision of the venue at least. Okay, number two is the season. This is also pretty obvious, but it's a huge determining factor on your florals and what vendors will be available to you. So the season, whether you want it to be in summer or winter, choosing this is extremely helpful when you're trying to come up with your overall vision. Now, once you choose the season, not necessarily your date, just the season, it will help you with your flower choices and your colors. Those are the two that choosing this will really, really help you with. And also you have to choose your season close to the date so you know if your venue is even available. So that's important. Make sure you do that. A little note right here says it's important to keep in mind that not all flowers are available all year round. If you have specific flowers you already know you want, it would be worth looking into the floral seasons a little more just to make sure. Now, later on in the course, in the floral section, I actually have a floral seasons availability that I'm going to just kind of walk you guys through everything and give you just a little sheet that you can go off of so you know exactly what florals are available in what seasons. So if there's something really specific that you want, like a specific rose color or a king's head protea or anything very, very specific like that, you will just really want to make sure that you look into the floral seasons because you don't want to get a rose that is typically peachy color and the season you chose it in, it'll actually be more of a green color. So you just really need to make sure you look into that. And yeah, so that's all for that one. Moving on to the color. Now, the color depends a lot typically on the season. Now, it is not unheard of for you to choose your colors not based off of the season, but you will run into, if somebody likes the more docile tones and the fall colors, they typically have their wedding in the fall just because they like that. If they like bright and cheery, they normally do it in the spring. So the colors just kind of normally go with the seasons, but don't feel like you cannot have certain colors in different seasons just because it's not normal. So just keep that in mind with your color choices. And this is obviously something that's more for the spring because look at those colors. Gosh, that's a stunning bouquet. Okay, now we're going to move on to number 4. This one is huge, guys. Okay, and this is also one of my favorites, so I'm excited to share it with you. Both of your interests. This is what makes your wedding you. It's so important, and most people overlook it. They're so into making sure it's gorgeous and it has all the flowers that they want and the things like that they totally forget who the event is even about. Now, you guys, this event is for you and your spouse. Make it your guys's. Don't make it like everybody else's. If you want a sports flag hanging behind you guys at the reception, go for it. Why not? Okay. There's so many cool things that you can do. You can do a groom's cake, which is a second cake. Like you have your tall, beautiful wedding cake, and then you can have a little separate cake. It's called the groom's cake. That's like your guys' favorite thing. And it can be like sports or hunting or, anything that you guys enjoy. But typically you want to make sure that you guys choose something that you are both interested in. So, just do something that means a lot to the both of you, whether it's your animals or you both have a favorite sports team. Choose that and then run with it. Create fun little things. Your guests are going to love it so much because it's just a little piece of you guys that they get to enjoy as well on your wedding day. Okay, now number 5. This one, your budget. At the end of the day, it will always come back to your budget. Now, it's important if you have your heart set on something that you really, really want, but it's not within your budget, it's okay. Consider doing something else more DIY style. So maybe you can cut back on your flowers and do the centerpieces yourself so that you can afford the photo booth or the horse-drawn carriage or something like that instead. There's always a way to fit it in. It's just a matter of coming up with compromises to make up the difference. Now, at the bottom here, I have created this little sheet for you guys to fill out together. Your venue style, your season, color choices. Typically here in the color choices, you have 2 solid colors. So whether it's like blue and pink, and then you have a neutral color that's more of like a tan or ivory or just white, pearl, something like that. And then something you both love to do together. Oh my gosh, please do not mind that. I will take that out of there. Okay. The overall budget. Now, this is super great. Now, once you guys can fill this out, you will be able to go to your florist and most of your vendors actually. You'll be able to go to your florist, your photographer, your venue, and you can tell them, this is my venue style, this is my season, these are my color choices, this is something we love to do together, and this is my budget. And they're going to know. They're going to be like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I will make this happen for you. Now, if you have all this together, it's just going to help you so much and make it to where you don't have so much legwork to do and so many calls with all these different people. It really just brings everything in together. While it might seem silly to go ahead and do all this right at the beginning, it's really important, and your florist is going to love you for it. So just make sure you fill this out, and then you can send it over to them, or you can tell them, all of your choices right here whenever you jump on the phone with them. And yeah, guys, okay, so that's it. And I'm looking forward to going on to the venue with you guys. Okay, bye. Guys, thank you so much for joining me and watching this video. I am very excited to announce that our course will be launching soon, and this was just a very, very quick, tiny sneak peek of what you'll be getting in the course. If you are interested in joining the course, there is a link below with the wait list. It will be launching in just a few weeks, and I'm so excited for you guys to be able to have all the information you need and get started on this amazing journey. Bye, guys.